On a rainy Christmas Eve in 2003, in the quiet town of Gresham, Oregon, the Thompson family's silver Dodge Durango slipped away from their suburban cul-de-sac, swallowed by the dense fog and biting cold. They paused at a service station in Sandy, where grainy surveillance footage caught fleeting images of a father, a mother, and their 3 lively children nestled in the backseat. By 8 p.m., they appeared at a diner in Cascade Locks, the last glimpse captured on a flickering security tape. Around 9:30 p.m., their vehicle's taillights faded into mist along the Columbia River Gorge. From that moment, the Thompson family vanished without a trace. 2 decades later, the Oregon community remains gripped by a chilling mystery. Was it a tragic accident or a sinister crime cloaked in shadow? Each fragment of evidence, a smudged fingerprint, a fleeting witness memory, points to a dark truth submerged beneath the river's icy depths. That Christmas Eve, Gresham was draped in the Pacific Northwest signature winter gloom. Relentless drizzle, bone-chilling cold, and a fog so thick it seemed to smother the city. On a quiet street lit by dim streetlights, the Thompson family prepared for a short drive to find a holiday wreath. James Thompson, 40, a reserved electrician worn from long shifts, stood beside his wife, Laura, 37, a soft-spoken librarian, as she adjusted a knitted hat on their youngest son, age 6. Their 2 older children, an 11-year-old girl and a 10-year-old boy, chatted about holiday surprises, their voices cutting through the damp air. With snacks and a thermos of cocoa packed into their 2001 Dodge Durango, James started the engine, its low rumble piercing the fog as the SUV glided onto the slick road. At 7:15 p.m., they stopped at a Sandy gas station. Blurry security footage showed the family bundled in heavy coats, the children squirming in the back, Laura wiping fog from the windshield. This fleeting clip would later become a critical piece of evidence, one of the last images of them alive. They drove east along I-84, the Columbia River's dark waters to their left, shrouded in the night's chill. By 8 p.m., they entered a small diner in Cascade Locks. The scent of fried onions and warm pie filled the air as a handful of patrons murmured over coffee. The Thompson children shared a booth, their laughter mingling with the clink of dishes, while Laura ordered hot chocolates to go. James exchanged a few words with the cashier, unaware that a lone figure in the corner watched them with unsettling intensity. At 9:30 p.m., the family left, their Durango's engine humming as it merged into the sparse highway traffic, vanishing into the rain-soaked darkness. Their home, adorned with twinkling holiday lights, stood silent that night. The next morning, Christmas Day, Laura's brother, Michael Reed, called to share holiday greetings but was met with endless ringing. By noon, his unease turned to panic. He dialed the Gresham police, voice trembling. "My sister and her family haven't been heard from since last night." His words sparked one of Oregon's most haunting mysteries. By dusk on December 25th, the Oregon State Police convened an emergency task force. In a starkly lit room, a map of I-84 from Gresham to Cascade Locks lay across a table, marked with red pins. Officers knew the odds. Without a lead within 72 hours, the chances of finding the family alive were slim. At dawn, a helicopter buzzed low over the Columbia River, its spotlight slicing through the fog, scanning the winding road and riverbanks. Ground teams in rain-soaked gear combed the icy cliffs, flashlights probing every shadow. 9 units sniffed rest stops, but promising alert near a muddy patch revealed only truck oil. Analysts pored over the scanned evidence. A gas station receipt timestamped 7:20 p.m., grainy footage from Sandy showing the family, and the Cascade Locks diner tape capturing their final moments. After 9:30 p.m., the trail went cold. No credit card activity, no phone pings, no witnesses. Divers braved the river's brutal currents near the Dalles, pulling up only rusted debris. By December 28th, the command room was silent. No wreckage, no bodies, no answers. A veteran officer muttered what others feared. If this wasn't an accident, we're looking at something darker. On December 29th, investigators returned to the Cascade Locks diner. The owner and staff recounted the night. The Thompsons arrived dripping wet. The kids cheerful, James polite. A barista, now in her late 50s, recalled a man sitting alone, his eyes locked on James. He was stocky, maybe 45, with a scruffy beard and a dark cap, she said, her voice unsteady. He didn't eat or drink, just watched them. It gave me chills. She noted his absence after the family left. His table empty. The diner's outdated cameras had overwritten the footage, leaving her account unverified but haunting. Payment records showed James's credit card and 3 cash transactions, offering no leads on the stranger. The investigation turned to the Thompson circle. A neighbor, Robert Bobby Walsh, emerged as a focal point. A 47-year-old mechanic with a history of odd jobs and unpaid debts, Walsh lived 2 houses down. He'd borrowed $12,000 from James for a failed car repair venture, leading to a public argument in October 2003. Neighbors overheard Walsh snap, "You'll wish you hadn't crossed me." On January 3rd, 2004, detectives questioned Walsh at his cluttered home. He claimed he spent Christmas Eve alone, watching TV with a whiskey bottle. "I didn't go near the river," he growled, but no one could confirm his alibi. His record, bar brawls and restraining order, raised suspicions, but a search of his property found no evidence linking him to the Thompsons. The report noted Walsh's motive and conflict, but no physical evidence. Alibi unverified. By February 2004, the case stalled. Media attention faded, and police resources dwindled. Michael Reed organized vigils, but the crowd shrank over time. By 2008, the case was shelved as a cold case, a dusty file marked with a red stamp. In 2014, a local paper's Oregon's Unsolved series revived interest. Retired Detective Sarah Klein, who worked the case in 2003, shared her theory. "I always believed Walsh knew more. That diner witness placed a man like him at the scene, but we had no footage to prove it." The article stirred public outrage, but no new leads emerged. In October 2019, a civilian dive team, Pacific River Search, scanned the Columbia near the Dalles using advanced sonar. On a chilly morning, their screen lit up with a boxy shape, for 0.5 meters long at 65 feet deep. "That's no rock," a diver whispered. The object matched the Dodge Durango's dimensions. They reported the GPS coordinates to police, reigniting the case. In June 2021, a recovery operation pulled a rusted SUV from the river. Mud cake plates confirmed it was a Thompson's vehicle. Inside, bone fragments, a child's mitten, and Laura's silver bracelet emerged from the sludge. The airbags were undeployed, and the rear door bore deep scratches, suggesting forced entry. The report read, "Human remains identified as Thompson family. No crash evidence. Rear door tampered. Homicide likely." The case was reopened as a murder investigation. Detective Emily Voss, 34, took the lead, diving into the files. She fixated on Walsh, his name recurring in witness statements, the diner account, and Klein's notes. In July 2021, Voss re-examined the SUV. Ultraviolet light revealed faint fingerprints on the rear door, matching Walsh at 97.3%. Luminol exposed blood traces on the backseat, tied to the Thompsons' 10-year-old son, hinting at a struggle. A 2004 evidence log noted a rusted pistol found downstream, its partial prints now linked to Walsh at 85% confidence. Voss's whiteboard mapped the connections: debt, threats, diner sighting, fingerprints, blood, gun. In September 2021, Voss confronted Walsh in a stark interrogation room. He smirked, denying everything. "Those prints? I fixed their car once," he said. Voss slid a photo of the pistol. "Your prints are on this, too, dumped near the river." Walsh paled, muttering, "I lost a gun years ago." When Voss mentioned the diner witness identifying him, he snapped, "She's lying." Then a slip. "That kid's Min was on the seat, right?" Voss pounced. "How'd you know about the mitten?" Walsh froze, slamming the table. "You're twisting my words." The report noted, suspect revealed crime scene detail, suggesting presence. In a second interrogation, Walsh's bravado cracked. "I followed James that night. We fought over the money. I shoved him, and the car slid off the road." "I didn't mean it," he claimed. Voss countered. "The door was forced shut. The airbags didn't deploy. That's no accident." Walsh clammed up. his lawyer ending the session. In October 2023, Walsh was arrested for 5 counts of first-degree murder. At the trial in April 2024, the prosecution laid out the evidence: fingerprints, blood, the tampered door, the gun, and the diner witness's testimony, now corroborated by photo ID. Walsh's defense claimed an accidental push, but the jury, after 2 days, delivered a guilty verdict on all counts: life without parole. On sentencing day, Michael Reed spoke, voice breaking. 20 years of pain, but justice has spoken. Laura, James, my niece, my nephews, your names are clear. Oregon erupted in relief and sorrow. A memorial rose near the Dallas inscribed, Thompson family, December 24th, 2003, forever remembered. Voss, hailed as a hero, stood by the river, writing in her journal, no case is too cold. Truth waits, but it never fades. The community, scarred but resolute, embraced a new mantra: justice may linger, but it always arrives. For those still seeking answers in America's shadows, the Thompson story is a call to persist, to uncover the truth, no matter how deep it's buried.